The reason why I post raw footage is because one day someone is going to be so interested in this that they just watch every second of everything I've ever said. They make themselves a playlist that's every single Split Level House video, and they just have it on in the background, because my videos are great to have on in the background, because the visual, you don't need to see what's happening. It's just me talking. You ain't gonna be out of the loop. Now, don't get me wrong, the visuals make it all the more better to where you could just stare at it, don't matter what I'm saying, and you're intrigued. But what I'm saying is also, well, I can guarantee it'll be a great time. I want it to rhyme, because when it rhymes, it's true. Daddly-dee, da-da-doo. My videos are like my Tumblr posts, because my Tumblr posts are just my brain as text and words. I add tags, which are just the related thoughts, so I'll be like, gleep, gleep, glamani borp, glimani beep, gleep, 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 and then I go and I highlight the text, and then I click color, green, Gleepinian, the Gleepster, Planet Gleep, Glamaniba Norbob Glimanibor Neep Neep Gloimanop. Because you can also just say whatever you want in the tags. So you can have archival tags where it's like you click on it, and then it will either search all of Tumblr, everyone who has ever posted anything with that tag, and then it's just a hodgepodge of all that. Or if you go onto a blog and you click a tag while on that blog, it's going to take you to that blog's version of the tag. So then you can look through and see every single thing that this blog in particular has tagged with that. Which includes them taking other people's posts, because the tags that go into the ether, for the most part, are original posts, the original post by the original poster, the tags of content, new content in the post. If you were to do a reblog and you didn't add any text and it was just tags, I'm pretty sure those tags are just for your blog, because I do a lot of blogging and I haven't seen, yeah. I know so much about blogging. I blog every fucking day. Like, I go out in the real world and I'm just like, I'm a blogger. I blog. And they're like, that's fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah. And then if they're lucky, then I show them my blog. I pull up and I'm like, yeah, I post on Tumblr. You see my profile picture? That's Fermit. And they either go, oh my god. Or they're just like, huh. That's what's up. That's what's fucking up. Phil Lester, ex Kermit the Frog, Fermit Guram. My pinned post on Tumblr is a priest, a rabbi, and a lawyer walk into a bar. My 3 girlfriends. And yes, they smoke weed. Split Level House with more of a mental accent can be pronounced Split Level House, as opposed to the formal a Split Level House with a wonderful view. I would play the song that it links to, but I don't really feel like listening to I Won't Leave My Wooden Wife for You, Sugar by the United States of America. 1960s avant-garde band with like one album. Joe Bird got some other bands going on there now. Joe Bird and Field Hippies. Joe Bird and the Field Hippies. They both got a version of fuck, what song is it? Joe Burn the Beat Hippies. It's in their album The American Metaphysical Circus from 1969, and it's You Won't Ever Come Down. That's the song. You won't ever come down. You won't ever come, ever come, ever come, ever come. Or however it goes. I listen to music that nobody's heard of before. I mean, when it comes to avant-garde 60s music, if you like any aspect of weird 60s music, there's a chance that you know of the United States of America, the band. But it's when I talk about things like, oh, Human Instinct, The Human Instinct, one of them, I think it's Human Instinct, is the New Zealand rock band. Yes, they have this song called The Hustler. Let me play the beginning of it, because it is one of my freakity deakin' favorite intros to a song. Starts off with that rain sand. This album is from, not sure. $1974. They have 395 monthly listeners. That song is not in their top 5. I can't see how many listens it has, but their most listened to song is from this compilation album. If you listen to 60s music, if you're in the 60s music scene, specifically of playlists that other people have made, or compilations, there's The Psychedelic Scene, which was looks like 1998 compilation of a bunch of old 60s music. In Your Tower by the Poets, that's a really good one. It is the opening song. It's the opening song to my Yowie Wizard playlist, which is for my authentic 1960s, 70s wizard music psychedelia. Because that's where wizardry has his roots. Motherfucking ganja. Yeah. I haven't listened to the actual compilation in whole. But I will see the icon of the album all the time when looking through playlists that other people have made. Although honestly, the best way to find music, to find obscure music, is by finding obscure artists and just listening to one of their albums. One of the first, really niche things I listened to was Lottie Gold. 1960s rock kind of weird music, I would say. She has the song Motorcycle Michael, which is Michael, let me ride his motorcycle, yeah. Yep. It's like, that's like half of the song. It's just Michael, let me ride his motorcycle. Like, yes. But there's this, it's from a magazine, I've talked about this, and she says, it's a interview. Wrinkling her nose as she smiles and staring with big, dark hazel eyes, Lottie stretches out in the basement of her aunt's suburban Long Island home. She's moved here from a New York apartment. Before that, it had been the streets and the paths of friends. I'm two opposite things, man. I've got to keep moving, but at the same time, I need peace. Without this family thing, I'd flip out. I stayed out the Chelsea Hotel last week, and what a bring down! So many groupies and idiots knocking at your door at 2 a.m. When I got back here and saw my little cousin and saw my young cousins, I said, wow, this is where it's at. I love to be around children. They're on a constant trip. They know the truth. Of course, I'll always have to do crazy things, like rob drugstores. That's why I went down into the East Village to find something of my own. I could never really identify myself with the Jewish middle-class type kid. Lottie frets over the business and competitive side of her new career. Blah, blah, blah. But the top one is, I wish I could be like Dylan already. Put out an album and have everybody dig it. Yeah, of course, I just looked up Michael and expected to see it. It's motor dash cycle Michael. And then there's the motorcycle song, which is by Arlu Guthrie. Or Guthrie? This is Michael. Motorcycle Michael. I found this because of the article. It was at a lesbian collage night. Michael, let me ride his motorcycle. It is an 8-minute song. And it's so much just Michael, let me ride his motorcycle. Yeah. Like, people were really just making music because they wanted to sing. And then they were just singing it over and over again. Good for them. Good for them. Music is the music to the music. The music to my ears is music.